Hi there, I'm Josh Finn from J&H Aerospace, and this, sorry, hard to see me over it because it's at 31 inches span. It's not easy to fit in the camera frame because it's a quirky shape. This is a Megow SX-1 flying wing. This is when I first saw this, and I saw the little sticker that had been printed on it to show what it was, I was like, that's fake. That's not real. There's no way Megow ever produced one of these. But yes, indeed, from the 1930s, I kid you not, comes this thing, complete with its rolled tube front assembly for the rubber motor. Obviously, the plastic propeller was not what it was originally supplied with, but otherwise, pretty period correct airplane. This thing has proven to be a pill to me. I am the second owner. This came out of Frank Hodson's estate, and I don't know how much he tried to fly it. It was in better shape when I got it from him. I have punctured the tissue my share. Currently I have the landing gear removed because, oh yes, landing gear. It flies great on low power, it glides very nicely, and when you go to high power, not so much. So, we're going to attempt to get this thing flying, and I think that I know enough now to be able to figure it out because I've trimmed a couple flying wings since then, and I've learned a few tricks to get them going. So, enjoy whatever it is we end up doing with the Megow SX-1 flying wing. Not bad. Wow, that's inconvenient. Nothing fits. Well, that'll work. Okay, I remember this airplane flying poorly under power. That wasn't half bad. Let's try that again. There we are, back to the old tricks. This is what it normally does. Need to get rid of some side thrust, I think. Oh, there we go. We'll keep that nose up. There we go. A little bit of a breeze up there. That's funny. So I took a shim out because I thought that it had too much down thrust. Yeah, it didn't have too much down thrust. Alright, we're properly wound up this time, so let's see how this goes. Oh yeah. Get up there now. Come on, get up there. Nope, not doing it. Bad launch. Still looks epic floating around though. Okay, so you'll notice on that last flight, suddenly things got together. Now, there was some lift there. That was not all of the flight. It obviously got it back. It was about a 2-minute flight. There was some lift. The airplane tracked in it very stably. I was impressed by that. But last night, off camera, I did a few more tweaks. And those tweaks made a big difference. So what I did was to shim in a bunch more right thrust. So basically I went to the trim pattern that I had done with the Facet Mobile. So I put in a bunch of right thrust. I have a bunch of left rudder tab in here. I have some opposite roll trim on my outside aileron. Let's see, the problem by doing that is now the airplane tends to drop in the left wing as soon as the power comes off. So I combated that by putting weights here on the trailing edge of the right wing. So now the airplane flies a very open circle. Of course, the problem by doing this, what I know now is I actually should have put less weight all the way out here at the tip, but I was really concerned about some of the momentum effects that might creep in, and I wanted to get some tail weight effect as well. However, what I found out was that after doing this straightened things out enough that the airplane was flying right on the edge of a stall in the glide, even in the late power pattern, and so it was getting really dicey. Sometimes it would stall all the way to the ground in the last few seconds of the motor run, or it would start stalling in the glide. And of course I am having issues with the rubber motor bunching up, which exacerbates that. So what I did, I hate doing this, I compensated for the weight back here by putting some lead on the nose. And now, as you can see, in spite of the fact that we have weight actually fighting itself in that regard, the airplane flies very well. So sometimes you have to put in trim adjustments that you don't really like, but kind of worth it because we've got a plane that will do over a minute in dead air now. I did go to more rubber on this airplane. Since I measured it, I had been under the impression that this airplane was a 30-inch span, so it could be flown in P30. It is 31 inches. It is way over the limit. So I said, well, forget that. We're going to add some more power. So I've got about 15 grams of rubber in it now instead of 10. It's a lot more power. And as you can see, it likes that power. It climbs out very nicely, which is a combination of having more rubber in it, as well as having the forces balanced better, so it gets that nose up and actually puts in a nice climb. It's not a competitive climb for any class of airplanes, but it's fun. I will mention the other issue, obviously, in this is the fact that there's no way to dethermalize it down. So if that had been any stronger of a thermal, this thing would have been gone. It is what it is. All right, so there you have it. Oh. Alright, well, I believe we have achieved all of my goals for this airplane. Flies over a minute with the landing gear removed, and with them installed, I think I could probably get the same times. But more importantly, it takes off from a table. And that, to me, is pretty darn cool. So, plans for this airplane are up there in the description area, and you can find it on the AMA Plan Service from the John Pond Plans collection. They are not free. If I find a free version on like Outer Zone, there's a chance that they're there, and I'll post that as well. Either way, you've got to. Otherwise, you've got to pay AMA, and it's not terribly expensive. Not a terribly difficult airplane to build, but you do have to do the rolled nose section, and really that's the only complex thing in it. The leading and trailing edges, you can see they are sheet balsa that go into slots in the ribs. So you just got to cut out not a huge number of ribs, decent number, and go from there. So a lot of right thrust, a lot of left rudder, weights on the right, well, should end up on the wingtip, and you'll end up with a pretty nice flying airplane. So I hope y'all have enjoyed the Megow SX-1 flying wing from the 1930s, and we'll see you. Hi, I'm Josh Finn. This is Hope. We are J&H Aerospace.
If you like this video, hit the like button.
Also, how about subscribe to our channel and check out jhaerospace.com for new free flight products and all of the tooling that you'll need to build them.
Thanks for watching.